We're recording, Mom.
We are?
We're recording.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Welcome to
Hi,
Miracle
out there.
Mom and Michael. Mom's not here right now.
I am elsewhere.
Yeah, she could be floating above right now. So it is 4:45 p.m. September 22nd, 2025. In about 12 hours.
September 27th. Today's the
September.
23rd.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Thank you. See?
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. September 23rd, 2025. In about 12 hours, I will return and walk through this door and pick her up and take her to the hospital. But by the time you're seeing this, that'll have already happened. And she will be on an operating table or in the morgue.
Wait a minute here.
Well, yeah. So that
It's a good thing we have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I have a sense of humor.
I get it. I get it from you.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
So we've been talking about doing this for a while. Miracle Mom and Michael, or Miracle Mom, the Miracle Mom Show. This we are hoping and praying this is not the final episode, but we're putting this out for you guys. This is a song that I wrote with my band about it's 2025.
The band Gavlac.
It's been already
Mhm.
about 2014, so maybe 11 years by now. Yeah, 2014, 11 or 10 or 11 years. I joined a band. We won't go into all those details, but this is the first song I wrote with this band, and it's called "In the Pain." I'll pull up the lyrics here, and we're gonna go through the lyrics, and then we did shoot a music video, and we'll watch the music video. And Mom, stop me anytime if you. Well, before I pull up the lyrics, give me any last words.
Oh, gee. And no, I don't have a will either.
Oh, we were draft one really quick right after this. Let's see. You have a wooden cross on the wall. I'm claiming that one over there.
Oh, people, I'll tell you what. Anyway.
All right.
No, I don't really have too many words yet. We're talking about his song, which of course I've heard and I know about it. And being a Christian, I don't know, my thoughts go to how scripture teaches us that, well, Jesus himself said, you know, when you choose to follow me, if you choose to follow me, you will suffer. So we know that going in, right? And of course, I was very young, you know, when I accepted the Lord, but when Jesus says those words, I often think people all of a sudden get this impression and that this is going to be about physical pain. You know, I'm going to be hurting somehow or for some reason. And of course, now, you know, I've been a Christian so long, I understand that pain Jesus is talking about is the heart. If you choose to follow Jesus, expect to feel the pain of heartbreak. That's part of the walk. That's kind of what I wanted to share. It's not, you know, I'm a Christian, I broke my leg and it really hurts. No. Not that kind of stuff. No. And
yeah, you will suffer for my name's sake.
Exactly.
And,
yeah.
And that is that division. Probably the greatest pain is being betrayed by those you love, or being misunderstood,
Mhm.
or having that division,
Right.
and Jesus hanging on the cross in the most excruciating physical pain possible, was also experiencing the betrayal and the abandonment of those, like the confusion and the like Judas betraying him, and everybody, even Peter, abandoning him. That's the heartache that he's experiencing. He died of a broken heart, as they
Well, and
say.
not only that, at my age now, 81, there are people that are dear to me that I love, and the pain is knowing they're not believers. That really hurts. That really hurts. It's terrible pain. And you all watching, you all have the same thing, whether it's your father, or a brother, a sister, a favorite aunt, or whoever it might be, and they're not believers. And we don't have the power to make somebody believe, obviously. So anyway, that's kind of the pain that, besides what Mike has described, I think about. It is heartbreaking.
Well, let's get into kind of the history of the
Mhm.
song, the lyrics. So the title of the song is "In the Pain." Um, I joined this band. The background there is I had started working in Hollywood as an editor, and I had gotten this job at this one reality TV show. It's like a dating show. It's like a season of The Bachelor in a half an hour. Basically, it's cheap, just garbage TV. But it was a job. I was an editor, and there were like 10 editors on this show, and I was happy to be working on a show. I had a previous job that I hated, and I loved this job. And I was in the hallway of the post-production offices talking to a couple of the other editors. I was new. I didn't know any of the other editors, and I was chatting with these other editors about one of the episodes that one of them had edited. And in that episode, it was a rock and roll, punk rock, metal themed episode where all the daters, because it was a dating show, all the daters were like, with tattoos and mohawks or whatever. So it was like they were, and so I, being loving that kind of music when I was young, really enjoyed and appreciated the episode. So I was talking to these two guys, and one of them had edited it. And I'm like, oh yeah, back in high school, I was a singer in a band. And when I said that, both of them looked at each other. They go, or I didn't say I was a singer. I said I was in a band. So I didn't say I was a singer. I
Oh,
said I was in a band when I was in high school. And they looked at each other, and then they looked back at me, and they go, well, what instrument did you play? I'm like, oh, I don't play an instrument. I'm a singer. And they looked at each other again, and they go, huh? And so it turns out the guy who edited it was a guitar player, and the other editor was a drummer in a band. And they had just formed this band a few months earlier. They had a bass player, and they had a singer, and they had planned a gig. They scheduled a gig, and the singer backed out like 3 weeks before their gig. And so they had to cancel the gig. And so they were frustrated. And then they meet this other editor that they're working with, this new guy who's a singer, and they're asking, what kind of music do you like? And I started listening to bands, and I'm like, right up their alley. So that day they took me in the bathroom, and they said, all right, sing a couple songs. So I sang like a Ozzy Osbourne song and like a Led Zeppelin song, and like, okay. So the guitar player gave me a CD with a bunch of tracks that he had written, just the music. And so I would listen to it. And so I started writing lyrics, and this is the first song. So there's like 10 tracks, and this one kind of resonated with me. It was like on my lunch break, I would walk to get my lunch and just listen and kind of write. So the first thing that popped into my head was "In the Pain of Careful Hope." And that was the name of a poem that I had written some 10 years earlier about a girl. Some friends had set me up on a date with like their cousin, whatever, and she was
true love.
she was beautiful, and I'm like, she's way, here I was, I didn't even have a college degree at the time, and she was already like a lawyer and stuff, and She's a few years older than me, and it was like, well, this is too good to be true. And it was in the pain of Careful Hope. It's like, is she the one? This is crazy, and she's giving me the time of day, etc. So that was where the title came from, In the Pain, and the first line. But the rest of the lyrics in this song are all original after that. The poem, I have that poem somewhere. I don't even know the full verse of the poems. The full verses of the poem, but was the title of that poem was called In the Pain of Careful Hope. And that sense of longing and long suffering, right? That in that pain of long suffering and hoping. And then as I fast forward to where I'm with this band and I'm writing and hearing this hard, heavy kind of punk style music, and the message expands to just not just that relationship, but well, you'll see. Let's get into the lyrics here, Mom. All right, let's put them on screen for everybody as read through them together. Here they are. All right. Starting up. In the pain. In the pain of careful hope, we live this life and then we die. And for the choices in between, some say we'll have to answer why. But in the pain, we have the hope that all this pain will soon subside. So as I lift my gaze ahead, for now, this pain I will abide. And actually, I miswrote that lyric. As I fix, it's supposed to be as I fix my gaze ahead. For now, this pain I will abide. I don't know if I can keep going in this pain. In this pain, we must live. In this pain, will I die? In my pain, I feel you. That's the chorus.
Oh.
Within the pain, we all pretend like everything is fine. But deep down in our souls, we know the truth as day by day unwinds. That empty hole we know inside us will not simply go away by faking like every tomorrow will be just another day. I don't know if I can keep faking like I'm fine. I don't know if you feel, again, another typo, feel, not fell.
Oh.
I don't know if you feel the same way in your mind. In my pain, I feel you. And this is a bridge. As some say, with no pain, then there will be no gain. But I say, with no pain, it just proves you're insane. In my pain, I feel you. And then there's a chant at the end, in the pain.
Oh.
All right, Mom. Any thoughts on these lyrics?
Well, yeah.
You can scroll. You want me to scroll?
It's bringing the thought to me that because I have that pain, the pain I talked about earlier, you know, that broken heart for someone you love dearly who continues to reject God. To me, that's the worst pain there can be. It's not about, well, we're human beings, so we have, you know, emotional, spiritual, psychological pain, all of that. But what I was thinking is in the lyrics, he's explaining it like faking that you're not in the pain. Well, I don't fake it. I don't fake that I'm not in pain. The Bible's taught me we are not designed to carry heavy burdens. God didn't design us to carry burdens that are so heavy they can destroy us. So the heartbreak I'm talking about, I have to give that to the Lord. I can't live in that pain.
And that's the careful hope part, right? We have to give it to the Lord.
It's too heavy. So I have to give it to the Lord to carry and do what he's taught me to do. You keep praying. And God makes promises to us when we pray. He's not going to say, oh, well, that's your prayer. No, I'm not going to do that for you. You mean to tell me if you're praying that someone would come to the Lord and you would ask him to do that? He'd say, no, I don't think so. No, that's why we're supposed to pray. That's the power he gave us. to deal with these burdens. I don't know if I'm making any sense or not.
Me either. I'll watch it back and figure it out. Just kidding.
But I think you understand what I mean.
Yes. No, I'm
We're
kidding.
We're human.
kidding.
We're frail. We're fallen. We're broken. We're all that. And when you become a Christian, this kind of pain, it's too heavy. And if you don't give it to the Lord, it potentially can destroy you, because you become a mess. You just become an emotional, mental, spiritual mess over it. You have to give it to God and let go.
Amen. Another aspect of the lyrics here. Now, so I'm the only Christian in the band. I mean, the drummer's a Catholic, but not a practicing believer. But so I am the one who writes the lyrics and sings, and so the messaging comes from the heart of a Christian. But knowing that the band and all the hearers of this song aren't going to be Christian, and so this is like there's an evangelistic aspect to the lyrics here. Like, I know I'm singing, I know I have hope, right? In the pain of careful hope. I have to live this life through all the pain, whatever the pain is, but I know there's a hope. And I know that there is you will be called to account, right? And for the choices in between, right? From living your life until you die, the choices you make in between, your age of volition and consciousness to when you die, that's the span you have to make choices. And we know that we are to give an account. We will have to give an account. And so this is like that evangelistic call. It's not being overt, but what is your answer? Why did you live the way you lived? And as a believer, I know the pain will soon subside, right? That salvation has been purchased for me. And at the end, there is no more pain. And so I endure as I fix my gaze ahead. For now, this pain will abide. I know that I can endure whatever is put before me. But we still have that question. I don't know. I'm determined that I will abide, but I don't know if I can keep going in this pain. Will it be this painful even until I die? And then in the chorus, as you'll hear, in my pain, I feel you. That's the most clear appeal to the Lord, right? I don't ever say Jesus or God in this, but it's clear that when I'm singing the chorus, that in that pain, I know there is a salve, a healer, right, that will be healing that pain permanently. And so in the pain, I feel that he knows my pain. He has suffered more than I, so I can feel, and he feels me, I feel him in that. And then this kind of a reflection on before I became a Christian. Within the pain, we all pretend like everything is fine, right? We go through the motions. People out there living their lives put on a face and a facade, but this is where I'm probing. But deep down in our souls, we know the truth. As day by day unwinds, there's an empty hole inside us that won't just go away by denying it, by faking like every tomorrow's the same, because there's going to be a tomorrow that could be your tomorrow. It's not just another day, it's the last day, right? And I love how these lyrics kind of just flowed. I remember some songs you work hard to get the lyrics, these kind of just flowed out. And then this refrain, I don't know if okay, sorry about that. Let's go back. I don't know if I can keep faking like I'm fine. And then I don't know if you feel the same way in your mind. And so here, again, it's an appeal to the listener that may not be a believer. It's like, are you identifying with what I'm saying? Do these words make sense to you? I don't know if you feel the same way in your mind. And you'll see that the lyric gets pretty intense at that point. And then there's the chorus, in my pain. And then there's a bridge part, as some say, with no pain, there will be no gain. And it's like, I love that there's these cliches that we hear, no pain, no gain. And I'm writing a song called In the Pain. And it's like, oh, well, this is perfect. Then, no pain, no gain. As some say, with no pain, then there will be no gain. But then there's this other truth, and I think it's a clinical truth, a diagnosis or a description of what insanity is. People that don't feel pain are actually insane. because they're insane, they don't feel pain. And so if you're feeling pain, so is that enough talking? You want to listen to the song now? Watch the music video?
Who, me?
Yeah, you want more to say?
I'm not very good at speaking. I'm much better as a writer. Let's face it. That's the truth. I don't think I have anything really to add.
All right, let's watch the music video, and then.
Well, let me say this. Let me say, I'm a
Keep
nurse.
talking.
I'm a nurse, so what I know is people who have. It's not just that they're not feeling pain. There are people who, insanity might be the wrong word, but people who are unable to empathize with the pain of another human being are very dangerous people. They're broken. It's a psychiatric issue, is what it is. Those are the people, we won't go into it, but who are out there doing the horrendous crimes we know about, because they have that part of their brain is completely devoid of an ability to feel empathy for another human being. That's truly serious.
We're still recording. There's just this.
Oh.
Don't worry. Don't worry. There's this glitch that happens, but we're still recording, and I'm trying to figure out. No, oops. So I want to play this music video. I need to. There's a. Bear with us. I am navigating. Here we go. Here we go. I want to go full screen with it, but no. There's a glitch happening with it. I don't know if this is okay. I think we're recording, and let me see if I'm doing this right. We'll know if this was a catastrophe, and I can edit this later if I don't do it right. Okay, share, and then bring this up. Add to stage. Okay, I'm hoping that this is going correctly, and I will be able to. Hold on, I want to do this a little bit differently. Hold on. Here, this is the setting. There we go. All right. Here we go. And, oh wait, I have to. I pretend I know what I'm doing. This is a learning curve for me as well. I have to go over here and click play. Here we go. We live this life and then we die, and all that trust in between. Some say we'll have to answer why, but in the pain we have the hope. Let all this pain must subside. So as I fix my gaze ahead, but now this pain will abide. I don't know if I can keep going in this pain. We must live in this pain. Will I die? Am I I feel you.
I don't know if I can keep going in this life. I don't know if you'll feel the same thing as you die. Am I pain? I feel you. Am I pain?
You want to say it?
The reality is I'm using multiple AI tools.
Is that
But when it comes to writing, I
remove that? Goodbye. I think we're still recording. Yes, we're still recording.
Oh,
Oops. Go ahead.
be
What?
quiet.
No, no, I didn't say be quiet.
No, I mean me. I'm telling myself, be quiet.
Is it for sale?
Well, it's on the internet,
Yup. If somebody wants to pay me for it, yeah, absolutely.
but I mean, obviously, I don't know how any of this works, but
It's
so,
out
so
there.
if somebody wants to watch it, they just put it in the search bar.
Yeah, you can go to if you go to YouTube, just put In the Pain Gavlak.
Yeah,
It'll
okay.
come up and you can watch
I
it.
guess that's what I mean.
Yes. So it's out there. It's also on Spotify. We have 4 songs on
Oh.
Spotify as well. 3
Okay.
other songs. There's one other music video. This is the first one. And another one has a song called Monster. There's also a music video there.
Mhm.
I realized that I left off part of the lyrics here after as some say, with no pain, there will be no gain. I say with no pain, it just proves you're insane. There's another refrain that's like the earlier refrains. I don't know if I can keep faking. Well, the last one is, I don't know. The very end is, I don't know if you'll feel the same pain as you die. So I put the punctuation at the end so that people focus on that. Like, you're going to die someday. And if you're feeling a pain without hope, you better reconsider that, right? This is an evangelistic message in the song. It's enthymematic. You know what an enthymeme is?
What?
Enthymeme.
Is it a thing? Are you pronouncing something wrong?
No, it's an enthymeme or a meme. So we know what memes are.
Okay. Yeah, I know what a meme is, believe it or not.
MEME. Well, an enthymeme is what's called a truncated syllogism.
Sure.
Things I remember
Yeah,
from
I
my
knew
philosophy
that.
class. A syllogism is like, if A,
Oh my
then
gosh.
B, if B, then C, and therefore if A, then C. Right? That's a syllogism. If A, then B,
Sure.
B, then C, and A, then C. Well, an enthymeme is a truncated syllogism, truncated meaning shortened. So a normal syllogism has 3 parts. An enthymeme or a truncated syllogism has 2 parts.
This is so exciting.
Well,
Go ahead.
it's the key to persuasion.
Oh, okay.
So a truncated syllogism is the most effective way to persuade people. So
Yeah.
you give people one truth, if A, then B, and then you give people another truth, if B, then C, and then you step back and you don't give them if A, then C. They come to that conclusion themselves. It's a part of self-persuasion. And in a lot of my lyrics, I see that. I'm like, wait, I only did 2 stanzas. I only did verse 1 and verse 2. There's supposed to be a verse 3. And I realize it's like the most effective form of persuasion is self-persuasion. And by leading people with important points, right? You're just laughing at me.
No, I'm just thinking, I'm so glad I can get out of bed in the morning and put my slippers on. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'm just
learning. I'm on the learning curve.
My lyrics will lead people right up to the threshold where they need to make the decision themselves.
Yes,
that
right.
if we have pain, but there is a hope. Well, how could there be hope? There's only hope in Christ, but I bring up to that point. There's meaning in life. The meaning in life gives us pain. It's like if we don't know the purpose in life, then who's he singing about? I feel you. What does he mean? If in my pain I feel you, right? I bring them right.
Pain
to
and
that
hope
threshold.
are two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Right.
Good. That's a good punctuation. Actually, it's good. Well, I have hope that your surgery is going to go well, and that
I'll
we'll
be back.
Yeah, all right, there. In the pain of careful hope in that.
Love
fact.
you guys.
Love you all.
See you soon.
Bye.